Western corn rootworms are the most common rootworm pest on the Texas High Plains. Mexican corn rootworm also occurs in this area, but it's only an economic pest in the Blacklands down to the Gulf Coast. The two subspecies are very closely related and share a common biology. These two rootworm species have one generation per year. The southern corn rootworm, our third common species, has several generations per year and is not addressed in this video because its pest management practices are quite different. Adults emerge from soil prior to or during silking. If silks are not yet available, then adults will feed on leaf tissue. They prefer to feed on silks, and high numbers of beetles in the field can cause silk clipping severe enough to limit pollination. Control of adults is often warranted when silks are pruned back to within 1/2 inch of the ear tip. Female corn rootworms lay eggs in the soil around silking time and for several weeks thereafter. These adults are highly attracted to laying eggs in fields at green silk, so fields silking later than neighboring fields can attract beetles from a long distance and experience very high adult rootworm feeding, egg laying, and larvae in the following year. Eggs overwinter in soil, and larvae hatch the following spring, usually as corn is in the seedling stage. There are 3 larval growth stages, or instars, and the largest is only about 3/8 of an inch long. It's the sheer number of larvae that cause root pruning, and fields with high numbers of eggs laid the prior year will have significant root damage if replanted to unprotected corn. Excessive root damage will also be evidenced by rapid plant wilting, plant goosenecking, and reduced yield. There is essentially no winter kill of eggs in Texas. These insects overwinter just fine in Canada. Corn planted after corn is at high risk for germinating in fields high in rootworm eggs. Crop rotation in Texas is 100% effective in eliminating rootworm problems. We don't have the extended diapause or egg-laying variant rootworms like they do in the Midwest. Multi-year corn that can't be rotated should be considered for soil-applied insecticides and/or BT corn active against rootworms. It's uncertain whether we have any resistance in our rootworm populations to BT corn, but many growers are now using soil-applied insecticides on top of BT corn. Seed treatments can help, but will not provide good control of high rootworm populations.